Smeb is going to arrive, but it's down to 2,000 health. In goes Smeb, he's trying to find it, but no, Peanut grabs himself the Baron.
What's up everyone, Zirene here. This week on The Breakdown, we're looking at a top-of-the-table match from the LCK between their first place Kingzone DragonX and third place KT Rolster. This was a match where Kingzone displayed the best punish-based macro that I have ever seen. In the top lane, we have two of the best carry top laners in the world going head-to-head on champions that can take over a game if they get a lead. For KT, they want to get Smeb's Fiora far enough ahead that he can 1v1 Khan's Gangplank and gradually take turrets by split pushing. And for Kingzone, they want to either set up Khan so he can't be 1v1'd by Smeb, or affect other lanes using Khan's global ultimate and create plays that get enough of an advantage for the rest of the team that Smeb's split push becomes irrelevant. 15.5 minutes into the game, Smeb has first blood in his pocket, and KT want to execute on their win condition of getting him further ahead. Khan sees Score Zac on the bottom half of the map, so he looks to push up while the jungler can't affect the lane. But as he does, Yucal's Syndra uses Smeb's control ward to teleport behind him and flashes to finish off Khan. This play is good for KT. They kill Khan, they get his flash, and they push ahead their win condition. But how Kingzone react to this is a masterclass in macro. They turn KT's good play into their biggest point of weakness. So let's get into it. 2.5 minutes after killing Khan, Yucal is playing defensively on account of blowing his flash. But it's hard to play defensively against a flash solar flare from Gorilla, Peanut's Predator, Khan's Cannon Barrage, and BDD's Rite of the Arcane, which are all used to kill the flashless Syndra. This rotation opens up the map for Kingzone, and they use this respawn timer to do some quick housekeeping. Peanut does red, BDD shoves mid, and Gorilla returns bottom briefly to allow Prey to shove out. As Yucal finally respawns, Kingzone use the space they've created with that housekeeping to take their second Mountain Drake of the game. So Kingzone punished the flash that was used earlier by Yucal, and now KT want to do the same thing and get Gorilla back for using his flash. Yucal returns to mid lane and shoves it out. Then he rotates bot so that KT can look to threaten a 4-man dive. With 4 people here, it's an inevitability that KT will get first turret gold. So instead of waiting around, Kingzone use Khan's Cannon Barrage to delay the inevitable. And they use this time to exploit the map position that KT have put themselves in as they're trying to get this turret. As the ultimate comes out, Prey and Gorilla both recall. One wave may seem like nothing, but Deft's last attack on the bottom turret is at 19 minutes and 50 seconds, and the next time he gets to hit it is 24 seconds later when the minion wave has finally caught back up. Because KT tried to leverage a numbers advantage on the bottom half of the map, it means they're vulnerable to a play on their top half. BDD shoves mid, and Yucal will be delayed on any rotation through mid since he'll have to clear the wave when he returns. Peanut runs top and pushes Smeb back to his tier 2 turret, and at the same time, BDD paths top and walks over a ward, which means that Smeb knows that he's greatly outnumbered, and he decides that his time is best spent backing and purchasing instead of putting himself in a vulnerable position under his turret while he has no flash. At this point, KT assume that Kingzone's bottom lane is returning bot and are around their tier 2 turret right now, but they're actually headed towards the Baron that just spawned. KT get the first turret gold, which puts them within 800 gold of Kingzone, but at 20 minutes and 24 seconds, Kingzone start the Baron, and since KT have been focused on getting the bottom turret for the past minute, the top half of the map is completely dark. Neither their jungler nor their mid laner are even in position to check the pit. So Smeb TPs in, checks the Baron, and tries to stop the attempt. When he sees that KT are on it, he queues forward and commits, but the Baron falls at the same time. It took Kingzone just 13 seconds to kill Baron, since all 5 members are there and they have double Mountain Drakes. And because KT's bottom lane had so far to run after securing first turret gold, KT have just face-checked a 3v5. Smeb realizes a little bit too late that he won't be able to kill Prey, and he flashes away, but he actually dies regardless. With this Baron, Kingzone will take the 800 gold lead they had at 20 minutes and 24 seconds and turn that into a 9,500 gold lead in just 4 minutes. And they'll do this by abusing the summoner spells that Smeb just wasted to fuel their macro. With Smeb dead, Khan goes top lane and takes the turret, as the rest of Kingzone match mid. Khan then backs and runs down to bot lane as his team pushes mid and they take another turret. Prey rotates to the top lane while BDD stays mid to clear another wave and delay KT's own rotation. This frees up Peanut and Gorilla to cut through the jungle, and Peanut can safely run between turrets to catch KT's minion wave and allow his own to remove the backdoor bonus from the turret sooner. Kingzone knock down this turret, and Peanut pushes up to force KT further back, while BDD is already rotating to catch the mid lane. Kingzone are quickly strengthening their stranglehold on the game, and KT's options in this situation are extremely limited. Ideally, they would want to force a fight with Mata's Rakan and Score's Zac before Kingzone snowball completely out of control, but any fight that they take will be with a numbers disadvantage, because Smeb blew his TP earlier when he had to check the Baron. And Khan has both his TP and Cannon Barrage available, which would swing any fight that KT force into Kingzone's favor. But this isn't KT's only problem. With the advantage that Khan now has from Baron, the kill, and the turret gold he got, he's now overpowering Smeb, who can't even think about taking a 1v1 because of the flash advantage that Khan has. So KT can't force a fight due to their TP disadvantage, and they can't win the side lane because of their flash disadvantage. The only option that may work is to cede the side lane to Khan and then have Smeb's Fiora group with the team to force a fight and potentially stop the siege. But Fiora's team fighting is not that great, and it's still a heavily favored fight for Kingzone. It's not a good option, but it's the best one that KT see. So Smeb backs and cedes the bottom lane to Khan as Kingzone rotate for the mid lane tier 2. As Smeb joins the rest of his team, Score attempts to engage on Kingzone, but doesn't connect with any targets. Not only does he give up his life, but BDD and Khan drop their ultimates onto KT's backline, zoning the rest of the team from following up and chunking deft. With KT retreating, Khan takes the bottom tier 2 turret as his team takes the mid tier 2, inhibitor turret, and inhibitor at 24 minutes. As Kingzone's Baron wears off, they back up at 24 minutes and 24 seconds with a 9,500 gold lead. Looking back, Kingzone created this lead by using clever and optimized macro movements to punish KT. Blowing summoner spells seems really small in the grand scheme of things, but when spent, the result has to be larger than the potential punish that comes later. Yukal used flash and TP for a kill, but when he was punished, it resulted in a kill, plus a key mountain drake. Kingzone then predicted KT's retaliation play around bot lane and responded elsewhere on the map, and turned a Baron and one-person summoner spell advantage into 7 turrets, 1 inhibitor, and a 9.5k gold lead in just 4 minutes. Kingzone would eventually win both the game and the series over KT Rolster, claiming the #1 seed in the LCK and sending them directly to the finals.